Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing the second half of my what sold for last weekend, which was May 13th through the 15th. It was a slow weekend, which is funny because for the first time ever I ran a 20% off sale and it didn't make any difference, none at all. But this past week and then this last few days, I think I said this yesterday when I did the other what sold, I've been doing the ending and sell similar and everything's picked up. It's above, I have this line on how much I like to make daily and it's been above that. So, I mean, it's not been hitting that for quite a while now. So I'm thrilled. And today seems to be working out to be a good day too. So I'm going to have a really good next week's weekend will be good. All right, let's see. We went out again today. Robert had to go do some stuff with martial arts. Here in the town that we live in, they have the Iris Festival. And our martial arts studio, or his martial arts studio, puts on a demonstration. And he went and participated in that. But in the morning, we went ahead and went back out, hit some yard sales, ended up near an estate sale we went to on Thursday that I did really well that day. Picked up a lot of vintage toys and other stuff, Christmas. And then today, I bought a bunch more. It was like the house was still so full of stuff that I was seeing stuff that I hadn't seen Thursday. But I'm thrilled because it was a lot of stuff, but dang, I have got to get listing. You guys can't see. Finally got all the clothes out of here, moved some of the shelves out of here, which is giving me more space to fill up with more stuff. That's all right. We're going to get to it. It's going to get listed. And then I'm going to start trying to pull some of my bins stuff, because, you know, I need to be getting through that. I've got a lot of things I remember picking up that, you know, I really want to get them listed. A lot of plush, and, you know, that's always going to be what I like and enjoy listing the most. So I'm going to, even though we're buying a whole lot of vintage Christmas and kitchen stuff and just, you know, I need to balance it out with toys, with stuffed animals. All right. I sold on, let me go look at my screen. eBay, it was slow. eBay, Bonanza, Etsy, and one on Posh. Nothing on Mercari, nothing on Facebook. And so, you know, and I think I had one sale that was 4 items. And that was probably my biggest sale, although I did sell something on Etsy that was decent. All right. It's been fun. This weekend, while we were outsourcing yesterday, we met another reselling couple that had just moved up to our area. So I wanted to say hi to Scott and Christina. They are the Trading Post pickers. They don't have a YouTube channel yet, but we stood and talked for quite a while about getting one started. So hopefully they'll get something started, and, you know, they can let me know and I can make sure you guys go and subscribe. And then I got a message from Grinnin' Grandma that her husband saw me at a local estate sale. Didn't say anything to me, but took a picture to prove to her that he saw me. So I think that's hilarious. Hilarious. But thank you for the laugh today. It was fun. So, all right, let me go ahead and get to this other screen. Robert set this all up differently, so I keep forgetting at the end to bring me back up big, because it's not 2 different things anymore. This is actually, I can see right here exactly what you guys are saying. So, all right, so this, like I said, I think it's 22 items that I'm sharing with you this time. These first 2 are 2 of the 4, but I didn't want to show all 4 because they're just these. They are these Fenton Soldiers. Robert picked them up. It was another one of those. I looked at his pile and it was like, I didn't say it, but it was like, why? But these are Fenton porcelain figurines. They were like soldiers from the past. This one was from 1777. It just said artillery. The person purchased all of them. It was $10.36 per figure, so the order was $41.44 plus, of course, shipping. But he bought this one, and this was the second one. It was a 1802 infantry figure. I think we probably paid $1 or $2 each for them. So, and then a viewer, Sherry's always commenting and in my lives and everything, but Sherry bought this Ben 10 figure for, let's see, $7.96. So thank you very much, Sherry. Hope your grandson enjoys it. This is Gaffa Rottweiler. Again, Gaffa isn't one of those brands that I think just the quality is lacking for the most part. But I always say I like to pick up dog plush, especially the Rottweilers. And this one was 13 inches and it sold for $13.22. I'm not quite sure why it's got that price, but it must have been an offer. This is Dolly Bambino. It's been listed a while. I'm sure I picked it up at the bin, so I didn't have very much in it. I just thought it was really cute, and it had these little wooden wheels. I'm not sure if it connected with other plush, but it sold for $7.16. Not everything is a big purchase for me, but I've talked about this before. These low dollar sales all add up, and I've already bought it, and I've already done the work, so... This is a Carter's baby blanket. There for a while, I found them a lot, you know, $1 and $2, and I would pick them up, or I'd get them at the consignment sales for a couple of dollars. But recently, I'm just not finding baby blankets. Maybe somebody else has picked up on that, and they're starting to pick them up, or it's just people are holding on to their baby blankets. But this one sold for best offer of $15. Dimensions, not all of them are big dollar sellers. I think this, can't remember if this was part of that big lot that I purchased last year, but this was just some hunting dogs, and it sold for $11.96. This is Dandy International. It was just a large 21-inch bear. As you can see in my description, it did have some significant wear to the flocking on the nose. I just always make a note of everything that I see that isn't perfect or just has an issue. This sold for $15.96. This is Gund Birthday Curious George, 12-inch plush. Again, probably came from the bins. It sold for $7.96. Not sure if you guys are going to hear it, but my son is weed eating right outside there. This is Golden Bear Company. I love this brand. A lot of the Barney plush sometimes is Golden Bear, but I also pick up normal dogs and cats and other bears that are from that brand. This was, I guess, something that they did with JCPenney's. Again, another very large bear. And it sold for $16.96. This is Mattel Emotions. I always pick them up. They're just Mattel, which is kind of like Fisher-Price. I just always have a fondness for that brand, and especially the vintage. This one's from 1983. Just a cute little 7-inch bear. Usually you'll see a tag like that, which is just Mattel. And this one sold for $11.36. It's just weird, this number right here. This is a Jigsaw Puzzle. Let's see. It was sealed, but the packaging had lots of issues. I just make a note of it so that they don't expect something to come in pristine condition. It sold for a best offer of $8. This is K&M International. They have a whole series out of the Audubon birds and all of them make sounds. This one was a crow and it did work, but it didn't have the original paper tag. It sold for $7.56. This is a Carter's Owl teething lovey type plush. It sold for best offer of $10. This is a Stepping Stones rabbit lovey. I have picked this up several times. This one didn't even have a tag, but I knew what it was just because of the way, as many times as I have found it. I think there's a blue one also. I've talked about having the knotted ends. Those seem to do better for me. And it sold for $18.96. Wish Pets, it's another brand I pick up, but it's kind of in my bread and butter range. This lobster sold for $7.96. This is Eden. It has all the good things that I'm always looking for in Eden, but it's just, I think there's so many of these. It's not one of the higher dollar finds, but it has the thermal waffle weave fabric. If you ever find the little, I think it's a lamb, and it has this same body right here. It sells for over $100, and I think it comes in pink and blue also. But this doll sold for $19.96. And this is Banana Fish. I've picked this brand up a couple of times. Reminds me of Kelly Toy, just kind of has that same quality to it. The elephant sold for $10.36. And the last thing for eBay was this artist collection. It was called The Dog. There was a time I found them all the time, but they're harder and harder to find. This one was from 2002. It sold for $11.96. Now, this next one was a Bonanza sale. Like I said, I've started slowly to get a few sales, you know, but probably still no more than like 5 or 6 a month. But there's no work to Bonanza, and it's just all adds up, right? This is a Kidget's white baby blanket, and it had Heaven Sent in like this little area right here in the center. I think that's Dollar Store or Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or whatever. But I've done very well with this brand. I think, you know, it was released at some point. People got them as gifts, and now they're always looking for them to replace a lost or one that's getting very worn. It sold, I was looking at my board, $11.66. This was my Etsy sale. This is Chosun Heart to Heart Bear. I talk about it quite often. I find them I've probably found 3 or 4 of them, but I have also found a red one and a couple of different ones over this past year or so. This one did not have the heart, which there's a plastic heart that goes inside of it, and when you squeeze it, it thumps like a heart. And it was missing its pajama cap. That's all right. It still sold for $28.95. A lot of times, if it had everything, I want to say they're like $60 to $80 maybe dollars for them. And then my one and only Posh sale was a pair of clothes, and I don't normally show clothes, but I went ahead and did this just so I have the tab. Ooh, we got thunder. I'm gonna have a storm. All right, these were just a pair of Levi's pants, and I'm pretty sure I took an offer of $15 for them. All right, that's it. But like I said, this week has picked up. If you haven't been doing the ending and sell similar, definitely give it a try if you feel like your sales have slumped beyond what you're comfortable with. This has been a rough month. But also, definitely, if you're not cross-listing, as you can tell, you know, that weekend I didn't have a whole lot. It was like all of the platforms were slowed. But this week has been a lot better, especially this weekend. I think I've sold again almost on every platform. So, you know, if you're not, definitely check into List Perfectly and use my coupon code, the Rebel Reseller, all one word, and you'll get 30% off your first month. So, I think that's it. I got to get back to work. I've got tons to list. Maybe we'll do a also, which just reminds me, we are not going to be having a live show this Wednesday. We'll be back the following week, but we've got some stuff going on this week that it's just we're not going to be available. So, but maybe I'll try to get a listing live done later in the week. All right, bye.